All stand for prayer.
Let us pray. In the name of the Holy Spirit, amen. Almighty and ever-living God, we praise and glorify your name. Thank you again for gathering us together for our procurement activity today. Help us to listen with open hearts and enlighten our minds. Bless our discussions, provide us your wisdom, guidance in everything that we do today. Grant us the discernment to achieve what is best for all. We humbly ask forgiveness of our sins. We ask all this in the name of Jesus, our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. This morning, we'll have a private conference for civil works projects. Let's start by acknowledging the presence of the Bees and Hours Committee, our chairperson, Engineer Leo Alex Mamanglo, with the vice chairperson and presider for this activity, Engineer Cherry Nazareno, together with the member, Engineer Warlito Lindio. We are now in quorum, Mr. Chair.
Backsec, please also acknowledge the presence of everybody in here, including observers, if there is in our social media platform.
We acknowledge the head procurement staff, Engineer Grace Joy Racho, the back secretariat members and staff, the technical working group members headed by Engineer Stephanie Membreve, and the presenters for the planning and design and others concerned for this activity. We invited a resident auditor, Mr. Jufil Yap. Also, we have sent invitation through email, and we have to confirm that this invitation to observers was sent via email dated February 27, 2026 to the following observers: Attorney Eugene M. Alfaraz, Regional Coordinator of Crimes and Corruption Watch International Incorporated, and copy furnished to Mr. Carlo Batalha, Chairman, President of Crimes and Corruption Watch International, and Engineer Michael Salarda, President of Davao del Norte Combal Constructors Association Incorporated. Also to Mr. Reynaldo B. Milioreda, Schools Division Superintendent, DepEd Division of Davao del Norte, through Mr. Ian Clark Lasso, DepEd Division of Davao del Norte. For the online viewers, including prospective readers, observers watching us right now via live streaming on our official YouTube channel, DPWH Davao del Norte DEO Procurement LS. Don't forget to click subscribe. Once again, good day and good morning. Thank you.
Okay, again, good morning and welcome to our activity today. March 6, 2026. We have one activity today, the pre-bid conference for civil works under invitation to bid 2025-021, in which we have three projects. Number 1, 25 LC 0092, Last Mile Schools Program, Sambolungan Elementary School, Talaingod, Davao del Norte, ABC 12 million, and the source of fund is the FY 2025 GAA BEFF. Number 2 is the 25 LC 0094, Last Mile Schools Program, Kilometer 31 Primary School, Talaingod, Davao del Norte, ABC 18 million, and the source of fund, FY 2025 GAA BEFF. And number 3, the 25 LC 0095, Last Mile Schools Program, Muling Elementary School, Kapalong, Davao del Norte, ABC 12 million, and the source of fund is FY 2025 GAA BEFF. And also we have another set of projects under invitation to bid 2026-004. Number 1, 26 LC 001, Magatos Bridge, B01852 MN along Tagum-Panabo Circumferential Road, ABC 9,604,000, and source of fund is FY 2026 GAA. And number 2, 26 LC 008, NRG Sagayen-Sonlon Road connecting Asuncion Overland Transport Terminal in support of the coconut, banana, rice industries, Asuncion Station 1485 plus 873 to Station 1488 plus 673 Davao del Norte, ABC 54,728,045 pesos. Source of fund is FY 2026 GAA. Number 3 is the 26 LC 0026. Construction of water system Level 2, Barangay Mamangan, Sawata, Davao del Norte. ABC is 9,900,000. Source of fund is FY 2025 GAA. Number 4 is the 26 LC 0033. Construction of water system at Barangay Palma, Talaingod, Davao del Norte. ABC 6,930,000. And source of fund is FY 2026 GAA. Number 5, 26 LC 0040. Cambaogo Bridge B01570 MN along Asuncion, San Isidro, Lac Beruila Road. ABC 4,802,000 and the source of fund is the FY 26 GAA. Number 6, 26 LC 0041 Ilog Bridge B00180 MN along Tagum-Panabo Circumferential Road. ABC 9,604,000 and the source of fund is FY 2026 GAA. Okay, we have the agenda items to be discussed. The brief presentation explanation by the back of the following: basic contract data, requirements of bidding documents, documents to be submitted by the bidders, the technical proposal, the financial proposal, and criteria procedure for eligibility check, preliminary examination of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification, deliberation, recommending of award, and award. And number 2, question comments from the bidders and replies of BACs and other representatives of procuring entity. And number 3, the other matters, interim guidelines upon lifting of suspension of procurement activities for locally funded civil works projects as referred to DPWH memorandum dated September 16 of 2025. Number 1 is the live streaming of bidding activities. Section 38.2 of the IRR of RA 12009. Geotagging of geotagging of project sites. DO 85 series of 2020. Presentation of straight line diagram. DO 246 series of 2024. The net contracting capacity. Section 52.4.1.4 of the IRR of RA 12009. And 2 is the bidder's responsibilities. Department Order Number 28 series of 2024 dated February 26. Subject the 3-strike policy of infrastructure goods consulting services contracts. 4, occupational safety and health program in instruction to bidders. Department Order Number 241 series of 2024. Subject guidelines on the processing, approval, and reporting system of construction safety and health for DPWH infrastructure project. 6, the Department Order Number 171 series of 2025 dated August 30, 2025. Subject guidelines on the use of DPWH performance evaluation system for contractors, consultant, and suppliers. Number 7 is the directive to require submission of general information sheet reflecting beneficial information. Memorandum dated February 24, 2026. Clarification on the implementation of BOI disclosure requirements under the memo November 19, 2025. And lastly, the summary of proceedings. So we have personnel from the planning and design section to discuss to us the basic presentation, data, contract data. Okay, proceed.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Chair. For contract ID 25LC 0092, Last Mile Schools Program, Sambolungan Elementary School, Talaingod, Davao del Norte, with an ABC of 12 million and a contract duration of 175 calendar days under FY 2025 GAA BEFF. this is our perspective. Sambolungan ES project is 2 classroom. For the location map, you can see the at the top portion, left top portion is the project site, and we have 2 kilometers rough road that will have manual hauling of materials. Okay. Next, site development plan. So this is our proposed one-story 2CL. For the left photo, this black one, mo na iyang plastada. Okay, next. This is the geotag. Is gamit sa Luna, Utah. It is a contract of use of rock within Sambolungan Elementary School and signed by the tribal organizer, the municipal mayor of Talaingod, also the provincial officer. Next. Annex B. So this is a certification na gigamit nato ang CMPD. Dated October 30, 2025, which is the special issuance of CMPD. Next. For the SAA, mo na siya. Sub-allotment allowance. Na siya SAA. Advice, sub-allotment advice. Next. So, this is our floor plan. As you can see, by 7 ang atong classroom. The left side portion is the CR and the right side is the ramp and utility room. For the summary of quantities, the part A, facilities for the engineer. Nada ang ato ang provision for furnitures, fixtures, equipment. Have also the living quarters building for the engineer. And sa remarks na kabutang is mo na ang specs sa ato ang para sa atong equipment para sa engineer. For the part B, we have permits and clearances, project billboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization. And part C, earthwork, we have clearing and grabbing, removal of structures, katong nasa picture ganiha, i-remove to siya. Then, structure excavation. Next. Yan, we have also embankment from roadway or structure excavation, also gravel fill. And for the part D, we have reinforced concrete, structural concrete, class B, which is 3,000 PSI, and also class A, which is 4,000 PSI, and reinforcing steel, grade 40 and 60, and also formworks. Next is the part E, which is the finishing, sanitary and other civil works. Then we have CHB non-load bearing, 100 and 150 mm thick na CHB. Also glazed tiles and unglazed tiles, cement plaster finish. For the ceiling works, we have PVC ceiling panels on metal frame. Also, we have blackboard and air vent. Then railings. And we have also for the painting works, we have for the concrete, for the wood and the steel. Then we have also waterproofing para sa atuang ano sa gutter, concrete gutter man gud na siya. Then we have ridge roll and flashing and pre-painted metal sheets, corrugated long span, and as for structural steel, we have trusses and purlins. And also for the metal structure, and doors, wood panel ang door, then natay steel door, roll up door, then jalousie windows. We have also window accessory, which is the window. We have also finishing hardware, sewer line works, cold water line works, storm drainage and downspout, plumbing fixtures, septic bolt, and catch basin. So that's for the part E. Then for the part F, you have electrical works, which is conduit, boxes and fittings, wires and wiring devices, panel board with main and branch breakers. Also, we have a solar panel with inverter, battery, and other device. Solar powered na po atong building. Then we have lighting fixtures. And for the mechanical works part, we have ventilating equipment, water tank, fire extinguisher, then fire alarm system. So that's the summary of quantities for the contract ID 25 LC 0092. Sir? Drawings? Floor plan lang, sir. Akong na butang, sir. Like, unsa nga specific detail, sir? Yes, sir. Wala na ako nabutang, sir. Pero, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. We will include that sa atong remarks na lang, sir. Sa next one. Sir. Na, sir.
Query na ang katong gi-post na to na tong steel truss detail. Ha? Okay. So for this project na lang for the prospective bidders check na lang ang truss, but by next time appeal na to ang steel
Material.
truss detail sa presentation para at least na-picture out na nila kung paraning ni sir, kung available ba sa market ang katunga mga bakal.
Okay, sir. Noted, sir.
Okay, we'd like also to acknowledge Engineer Dairit who is attending online, one of our back member. And to continue, backsec any items that from the pre-procurement activity that needs to be correct.
None, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. From the implementing office, any
None, Mr. Chair.
okay, thank you. Let's continue to any query from the back members. Okay, none. Proceed to the next project. Planning ni sir. Planning.
The planning, sir. The presenter, sirs.
Katong ano lang sir, PowerPoint na katong gi-advise nimo nga kuwao na lang tong katong ako ang kuan para dili kating kanina lang diretso sa planning sir. Katong sa brief description gani nga kuan. Mm.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Chair. For the contract ID 25LC0094 with the contract name Last Mile Schools Program, KM31 Primary School, Kapalong, Davao del Norte, an ABC of 18 million and a contract duration of 170 calendar days under FY 2025, GAA BEFF. So this is the location of the project site. And these are the geotag photos. Ay, oh, ganun. Yes po, sir. Yes po, sir. I'm sorry for the correction, no. For the contract name, supposed to be Talaingod. It should be Talaingod. So Last Mile Schools Program, KM31 Primary School, Talaingod, Davao del Norte.
Next, ano?
So these are the geotag photos. And this is the site validation sheet where we can see that this project was conducted last July 2025, as well as the sketch for the proposed building, which is located in a rolling terrain area. And this validation sheet is also signed by the school principal and the DepEd engineer. So this is the site development plan. Ay, balik sa daw. So kanang the blue, which has proposed one-story, three classroom building, is the site of the project. And this is the perspective. Since based on the area, this is a sloping site. So the design considers this perspective, since we have to ensure the stability and the safety for the students and the teachers using the building. Yes po, sir. Yes po, sir. Considered siya, sir. And balik daw. Nag-but provide, sir. And this is the floor plan. So we have building 1, which is 1-story, 2 classroom, and beside is the building 2, which is the 1-story, 1 CL classroom. So this is a detail for our slope protection. So we can see na a drainage is provided. Rear side of the building is nag-provide ta og steel grating canal and connecting siya sa slope para properly ang mga collected water that and this portion na ato ang need i-imbank from the cut section. Next. So these are the included items for this project. We have Part A, facilities for engine. Yes po, sir. Printer A4. We also have items for the bahay kubo. For Part B, we have other general requirements, including permits, project billboard and signboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization and immobilization, as well as the ID and the addresses. For Part C, we have embankment from roadway or structure excavation for common soil, gravel field, and we also have provided a gate with fence with length 100 meters. For Part D, we have reinforced concrete. These items include structural concrete, 3,000 and 4,000 PSI, reinforcing steel bar, grade 40 and 60, and formworks and false works. For Part E, we have finishing and sanitary and other civil works, including masonry works with CHB 100 mm for interior walls and 150 mm for exterior walls. For the finishing, we have glazed and unglazed tiles, cement plaster finish, carpentry and joinery works, including PVC ceiling panels on metal frame, blackboard, and the air vent. And for the railings, so this includes railings for the ramp, the stairs at the front, and around the slope protection. For the painting, we have complete painting works for masonry, wood, and steel, and the waterproofing for the reinforced concrete gutter. For the roof framing and roofing works, we have items for fabricated metal roofing accessories such as ridge rolls and flashing, pre-painted metal sheets, corrugated long span, structural steel such as trusses and purlins, and for Part E.8 fabricated materials, we have items for the frames of doors such as wood panel and hollow steel door, jealousy window with window grills, items for the aluminum glass windows, and the finishing hardware. For the sanitary works, we have complete sanitary works such as sewer line works, cold water line works, storm drainage and downspout, plumbing fixtures, septic vault, the catch basin for the front of the building, and concrete canal which is still grading panel boards. We also have provided solar panel with with inverter, battery, and other devices, and the lighting fixtures. For Part G, we have mechanical works for the ventilating equipment, specifically ceiling fans, water tank, stainless, fire extinguisher, and fire alarm system. And for the Division 3 ports and harbors, this includes items for our concrete slope protection. And this is the certificate special issuance for the CMPD. And the proof of ownership, which is the USUFRAC. And that would be all. Yes po, sir. Since this is under DO 210, sir. DO 210, sir, for the special issuance for CMPD, sir. Tama ba? 210? 210.
Maghatag din sila karon diya sir, karong buntag naghatag sila. Ah. Ah, activity.
None, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you for the implementing office.
None, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So next project, please.
Okay, once again, good morning, Mr. Chair, and good morning, everyone. For contract ID 25LC0095, Last Mile Schools Program, Muling Elementary School, Kapalong, Davao del Norte, with an ABC of 12 million and a contract duration of 155 calendar days under FY 2025 GAA BEFF. Yeah, this is our perspective. This is a one-story, two-classroom building. For the site development plan, um, the the points of the lot are stated there. So as you can see, the red building is that is our our proposed one-story two. Okay, so next. It's next. This is the Annex B, which is certification for the usage of second quarter special issuance CMPD dated October 30, 2025. Next. For the sub-allotment allowance, advice muna siya. Next. Okay, sorry guys. So this is our floor plan. Two classroom siya. Again, same lang siya sa CR left side and the right side is utility room and ramp. Next. For the summary of quantities, We have facilities for the engineer. We have provision for equipments for the field engineer and provision for construction of living quarters building for the engineer. Yan, so nakabutang diri sang specs sa ato ang ano no, equipments uh, for the field field office for the engineer. For the part B, we have next. Okay, we have clearing and grabbing, structure excavation, embankment from roadway or structure excavation, gravel fill. Also, we have gate, kung ano siya, steel gate. And for the reinforced concrete works, we have structural concrete, 3,000 and 4,000 PSI, reinforced steel, grade 40 and grade 60, and formworks and post works. Next. For the masonry works, we have CHB non-load bearing, 100 mm and 150 mm. So for the finishing works, we have and air vent railings. For the painting works, we have painting works for masonry or concrete, wood and steel. We have also waterproofing. Okay. Then for the roofing and roofing works, we have ridge roll and flashing and pre-painted metal sheets, which is corrugated and long span. For the structural steel, we have trusses and purlins. For the metal structure accessories, bolts and rods, outdoor, jalousie windows, window grills, aluminum glass windows, fixed type and finishing hardware. For the plumbing or sanitary works, we have sewer line works, concrete canal, cold water lines, storm drainage and downspout. Next. So, fixtures, septic vault, catch basin, and for the electrical work, fittings, wires and wiring devices, panel board, and with main branch and breakers, solar panel with inverter battery and other devices. Then for the lighting, Napote lighting fixtures. And for the mechanical works, we have ventilating equipment and water tank. Have also fire extinguisher and fire alarm system. So that's the summary of quantities for contract ID 25 LC 0095.
Thank you. From the back members. Okay, by the way, mo nitong katong na generator niya gitanggal.
Yes, sir.
Tapos kumusta tong katong gate na appeal to na to? Tong,
Yes, sir.
di ba?
Na-gate, sir. I have also, ano, sir, fence.
Fence. Okay.
Fence.
Backsec, any
None, Mr. Chair.
okay, thank you. From the implementing office.
None, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Sa basic data, wala problema dire.
Sir?
Kani wala problema dire sa front.
Wala naman, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Ano? Okay, next project.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Chair. I am Ethel Main Agang from Planning and Design Section. Today, I will present the contract ID 26LC 0001. Magatos Bridge B01852MN along Tagum-Panabo Circum Road. The allocation of our project is 9,800,000 pesos, ABC of 9,604,000. Source of fund, FY 2026 GAA, duration of 105 calendar days. For the summary of quantities, we have Part B, bridge survey and staking, project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization. For earthworks, we have removal of actual structures of obstruction, 0.05 meter thick ACP. For the surface course, we have emulsified asphalt, bituminous concrete surface wearing course hot laid 40 mm thick, bituminous concrete surface binder course hot laid 40 mm thick, and bituminous concrete surface wearing course hot laid 50 mm thick. For the Part F, bridge construction, we have structural steel painting works, expansion joint 50 mm gap finger type, expansion joint 40 mm gap compression seal, formworks and false work, epoxy injection on cracks, caulking, and patching. And last is protective coating and for concrete structures. And for the Part H, miscellaneous structure, we have reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, color white and yellow. Our bridge is located at Municipality of Asuncion, the Magatos Bridge. So, this is our general plan. Thanks. Our general elevation. This is the details. Next. This is the JOTAG photo for data transverse expansion joint to be replaced. And for the longitudinal expansion joint, we will replace it with SEPEC WOSD 50. This is the details. And next is the replacement of asphalt overlay. This is the typical at bridge. Next is epoxy. And we have also patching. Next, sir. And repainting of bearing plate. And these are the JOTAG photos po. And last is protective coating. And these are the certification of validation, and certification for the CMPD po. And our presentation po, sir.
Okay, none in any correction from the pre-procurement activity.
None, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. For the implementing office.
None, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Let's proceed to the next project.
Good morning to everyone. I am John D. Rada from Planning and Design Section. For the contract ID 26LC 0008, NRJ Sagayen-Sonlon Road connecting Asuncion Overland Transport Terminal in support of the coconut, banana, and rice industries. Asuncion Station 1485 plus 873 to Station 1488 plus 673, Davao del Norte, with an ABC of 54,728,045, and the proposed length is 2.8 kilometers. Next, please. For the location of the project, it is located at Barangay Napungas, near Napungas Elementary School. The beginning of project shows in the bottom corner 1485 plus 873, and the end of the project is at the upper part of the photo 1488 plus 673. The location of the project is going to Sonlon. Next, please. For the scope of works, we have the summary of quantities, Part B, other general requirements, permit and clearances, construction survey and staking, project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization and demobilization. For Part C, earthwork, individual removal of trees 150 mm to 300 mm diameter small, individual removal of trees 301 mm to 500 mm diameter small. Removal of structures and obstruction, removal of actual structures, obstructions, existing head wall, removal of actual structures, obstructions, 610 mm diameter RCPC, removal of obstructions, 900 mm diameter RCPC, surplus common excavation, surplus structure excavation, common soil, pipe, culvert, and drain excavation, common soil, embankment from roadway structure excavation, common soil, subgrade preparation, common material. For Part D, sub-base and base course, aggregate sub-base course. For Part E, surface courses, we have the gravel surface course, Portland cement concrete pavement and reinforced 0.28 meter thick, 14 days. For Part G, drainage and slope protection structures, pipe culverts 910 mm diameter class 4 RCPC, pipe culverts nose, warning signs 600 mm W1-4A, horizontal alignment, reverse curve, left or right, warning links for other programs or initiatives, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white and reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow. Next, for the typical roadway section, we have showing normal crown, a total width of 6.7 meters, 0.28 meter thick, and 1.5 meter shoulders for left and right with side ditch. Next, for the geotag of the beginning of the project, and at the end of the project. Next, please. The certification of validation and the certification of the SMPD. Next. End of presentation, Mr. Chair.
Okay, any query from the back member?
Yes, sir. Noted po. Yes po. Summary quantities. Yes po. Yes, sir. Yes po, sir. Di ba? Sa G Drive. Approve ang plano. Na.
Okay.
Yes po. Approve na din ang plano, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. So I will present to you the water system project with a contract in calendar days. Source of fund FY 2026 GAA BIP. So this is the perspective to be constructed. Next. Summary of quantities. Part A, provision for furniture, fixture, equipment, and appliance for field office for the engineer. Construction of combined field office and living quarter building for the engineer. Part B, permit and clearances. Project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization and demobilization. Part C, clearing and grabbing, structure excavation, gravel fill. Part D, structural concrete, Class B 28 days, Class A 28 days, 4,000 PSI, reinforcing steel, grade 40, and grade 60. Formworks and false work. Then part E, CHB non-load bearing, then lastly is bulbs. Next. So this is the detail for equipment for the engineer or appliance for the engineer. So this is the specs of the personal computer. The next, so pipeline layout. So a total of 9,000 meters of pipeline. So the whole stretch of Barangay Mamangan. So it will cover. Sir, whole barangay ang cover ani sir. Next slide, sir. So this is the detailed water system. So as you can see in the middle, we have existing water system. It consists of elevated water tank and 2 deep well. And also sa left side, we have spring water to be developed. And we will install groundwater tank with solar booster pump and also 4 units of stainless steel tank, 2,000 liters each. Bali tulo sir, 2 deep well and 1 spring water sir. Yes sir. Next slide. So this is the geotag photos for the elevated existing elevated tank at the site and also the pump house. And also a existing groundwater tank and existing tank for the spring water source. So this site are to be constructed ang atong solar panel. So likod siya sa gym sa barangay. Kaning ay karaan nga stage sa dara nga area ang sa solar panel. Dara ang i-construct ato ang groundwater tank with solar panel. So certification for CMPD, Annex A and Annex B. And that's all sir for the Mamangan water system.
Gamay, query lang katong solar panel ba?
Yes sir.
Wala, gi-kompleto na lang. Balik na gud sa picture. Balik pa. Balik pa yun. Katong murag permiro gani bong. Itong naikuan.
Perspective yata
Balik
to.
pa daw.
Murag second.
Kana ba? No? Kulang na lang unta og kuan. Clark ba? Duha ka panel siguro na. Basig
Na.
pwede pa na maka-issue pa man tawag.
Mga kuan ba sir? Unom ka panel.
Ayun pa. So walay ka kakuanan. Puro maglain tanahon kung ingana lang ba? Ha? Kung kuan sir ba kanang unom ka panel na lang unta ba idungagan na lang unta para kana
Sir. 54 panel sir.
sige, ana na lang. Sige, okay. So observation lang. Sorry kay wala nakita sa pre-proc ngayon. Ana na nadaan pag pre-proc pa lang.
Yes sir.
So observation lang na nga kuan. Murag lain man ba mag pahak. Okay, sige. From Backsec, walay kuan correction.
None po, Mr. Chair. None.
Okay, from the implementing office.
Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Next project.
So second project, also water system, 26 LC 0033, with the contract name, construction of water system at Barangay Palma Hill, Talaingod, Davao del Norte, with an ABC of 6,930,000, contract duration of 90 calendar days, source of 1 FY 2026 GAA BIP. This is the perspective to be constructed nga ground tank and also the water tank. Next slide. Summary of quantity, Part B, permit and clearances, project billboard, signboard, occupational safety and health, mobilization, demobilization. Part C, structure excavation, gravel fill. Part D, structural concrete class B, 28 days. Structural concrete class A, 28 days, 4,000 PSI. Reinforcing steel, grade 40. Reinforcing steel, grade 60. Formwork and false work. CHB non-load bearing, 100 mm. Cement plaster finish. Painting work, masonry concrete. Waterproofing, metal structure. Solar, part F, solar panel with inverter, battery, and other devices. Part G, water tank stainless. Part K, polyethylene PE plastic pipe. And lastly, bulb. So this is the pipeline layout. So pinakataas dito ang source, ang spring water. Then natay install nga upat gyapon ka stainless steel nga tank, 2,000 liter each. And also naapod tay construct na groundwater tank sa upper portion sa kuan. Next. So this is the water system detail. So naa siya existing groundwater tank sa site. Then mag-construct lang taog ato ang groundwater tank pod nga i-connect lang pod sa existing. Then sa taas naa siya elevated area. Dito ta mag-construct na pod og another groundwater tank to be distribute na sa paubos kanang tulo ka stainless steel nga tank. So total siya og 10,800 meters. Pero upat gid siya, sir. Napoy kuan diri sa bago mo pasaka na magbutang po ta og tangke. Napoy community gud ra nga area. Next slide. So this is the geotag photo. This is the existing groundwater tank sa site. Next. So certification for CMPD, Annex A and Annex B. So end presentation.
Okay, thank you. Any query from the back members? Okay, none from any correction from to be
Mr. Chair.
okay from or the implementing office.
Sir Clark, Mr. Chair, mag-query lang unta ko about sa 9032 formworks and false works. As posted, 242.88. Then as presented, 239.12.
Ay, check lang nako ma'am sa akong kuan. Wag mo man.
242.
As per nahatag na ko si ma'am kato nga kuan.
Oo. As per POW na yung maghihatag, 242.88. Mm.
Check lang nako ma'am. Basig nag-adjust lang kuan ni kay na nasa Yes, sir. na usab from PE tank man gud to niya na stainless siya. So basig na ano lang nako. Na-adjust nako, ma'am.
Clerk, tama ang sa ikuan. Mo-check nimo?
I-check lang sa nimo.
I-check ka karon.
Ko lang nimo.
Sige, ma'am.
Okay. Yan, balik lang. Okay, let's continue and for that query, so the presenter will be back after he check his POW. Okay, let's continue on the next project.
For the contract ID 26LC0040, Cambaogo Bridge B1570MN along Asuncion, San Isidro, Laak, Beruela Road. For the allocation, we have 4,900,000. The ABC is 4,802,000 pesos. The source of fund is if FY 2026 GAA and the duration is 91 calendar days. For the summary of quantities, we have Part B, bridge survey and staking, project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization. For Part C, we have removal of structures and obstruction concrete, surplus common excavation, foundation fill, shoring, cribbing, and related works, cribbing, conferred damming, excavation, common soil. For part F, we have bridge construction, reinforcing steel bar grade 60, and structural concrete 27.58 MPa Class A 14 days. And for part L to B, we have sheet pile steel extraction. Our site is located at Municipality of Asuncion, the Cambaogo Bridge. This is our general plan. For the replacement of slope protection, next, sir. This is the typical cross-section. This is the retaining wall details. And these are the JOTAG photos. And these are the certification of validation and certification for the CMPD. And ang presentation, sir.
Thank you. Any query from the back members? Okay, none. Any correction, backsec?
None po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Implementing office?
Mr. Chair, sa iyahang contract name, Cambaogo Bridge, B015 or B15. As posted mo good, Mr. Chair, kay B01570MN.
Okay. Sige.
Zero.
Tanay. Mali ang presentation.
Ay,
Check lang po na.
okay po. Thank you.
Okay. Bong. Okay, tama to ang posted po. So, B0. Okay, thank you. Next project.
For the next project, contract ID 26LC0041, Ilog Bridge B001180MN along Tagum-Panabo Circum Road. Next. Allocation is 9,800,000. ABC of 9,604,000 pesos. Source of fund FY 2026 GAA and duration of 105 calendar days. Summary of quantities, we have Part B, bridge survey and staking, project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization. For earthworks, we have removal of actual structures obstruction, 0.05 meter thick ACP, and embankment from borrow common soil. For the Part F, emulsified asphalt, bituminous concrete surface wearing course hot laid 40 mm thick, bituminous concrete surface binder course hot laid 40 mm thick, and bituminous concrete surface binder course hot laid 50 mm thick. For the bridge construction, Part F, we have expansion joint 40 mm gap, compression seal, formworks and false work, epoxy injection on cracks, patching, protective coating for concrete structures. For Part G, we have grouted riprap class A and gabions 1 meter by 1 meter by 2 meter. And for miscellaneous structure, Part H, we have reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white and yellow. The bridge is also located at Municipality of Asuncion, the Ilog Bridge. This is the general plan. Our general elevation, general cross-section. For the replacement of asphalt overlay, this is the JOTAG photo. This is the typical roadway section for asphalt. And for the replacement of we have only longitudinal expansion joint, and we will replace it with WOSD 50. These are the JOTAG photos for epoxy injection on cracks of cracks. Next. And the replacement of slope protection. This is the details for grouted riprap slope protection. Slope patching by grouted riprap. And the partial replacement of gabions. Next, we have also patching. And we have protective coating for Pier 1 and 2. And these are the certification of validation and for MPD. End of presentation, sir. Ilalong sa beach daw, sir. Ilalong, sir. Sa photo, sir. Tani, sir.
Okay, thank you. Baksek. Okay.
None, Mr. Chair.
Okay, from the implementing office.
None, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Uh, may we hear any confirmation for the item formworks and false works? If we will issue any supplemental bid bulletin. So tama ba ang na-post over sa approved POW?
As per advice sa construction, sir, subject for SBB.
So, tama ang imong nahatag.
Tama
Ay
akong
naghatag kag usab or wala nimo nahatag ang bag-o.
first, sir, ginamon ko to'y correction. So, na kuan ako, na-correct na ko siya. So, nausab na ko ang kuan, ang
Okay.
form work or false work. Ang siya quantity, nag-adjust mo good.
So, okay, on this project, we will issue a supplemental bid bulletin for the record. Okay, thank you. Bidding documents.
Requirements of bidding documents, including invitation to bid, instruction to bidders, bid data sheet, general conditions of contract, special conditions of contract, specifications, drawings, bill of quantities, and Philippine bidding documents related forms. The bidding documents were posted in the DPWH website and PhilJeps. Amendments in the provision of the bidding documents shall be issued through a supplemental bid bulletin and will be posted in the bid bulletin and notices. Documents to be submitted by the bidder. Technical and financial proposals. Bids must be duly received by the procuring entities back at Kilometer 48, Barangay Kanukutan, Tagum City, Davao del Norte for manual submission or at electronic bids _Davao del Norte at dpwh.gov.ph for electronic submission. Bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. For electronic submission, prior to the deadline of submission of bids, the prospective bidders shall send an email attaching the copy of the official receipt of purchase of bidding documents in portable document file PDF format. Only the electronic bids of bidders who have successfully submitted an electronic official receipt shall be accepted. Prospective bidders shall prepare their bids in 2 file folders in appropriate documents and file format, each for the technical and financial components. Only during the actual opening of bids shall the bidder disclose the passwords for his electronic bid. This can be done by the bidder's authorized representative verbally in person, through phone call, online platforms, or through writing. For joint venture, the format of pickup ID to be used by the bidder in naming their files shall be the pickup ID of the lead member. The step-by-step detailed procedure of electronic submission is stipulated in the bidding document, Clause 22, and in the Department Order 87, Series of 2020. Also included in the Department Order are the steps for the modification of an electronic bid, non-participation in the bidding, withdrawal of electronic bid, and proper email subject and a file name for each file to be submitted to designated email address. For the technical proposal, PhilJEP Certificate of Registration, Platinum Membership, in accordance with Section 20 of the IRR. Pickup license and registration in case of joint venture. Statement of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract in accordance with ITB Clause 5.5. The SLCC shall be supported by an owner certificate of final acceptance issued by the project owner other than the contractor, or a final rating of at least satisfactory in the CPES or a similar performance and monitoring system. In case of contracts with the private sector, an equivalent document shall be submitted. Net financial contracting capacity computation in accordance with ITB Clause 5.6. Joint venture agreement
if applicable, which requires special pickup license and registration with percentage of the two contractors. The bid security in prescribed form, amount, and validity period. The bidder, at its option, shall submit a bid security in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid is in cash. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cashier's check. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in manager's check. The amount of not less than 5% of ABC if surety bond. In case of extension of bid validity and bid security validity period, substitution of the bid security form is allowed. Bid securing declaration and the following forms may be used: cash or cashier's or manager's check issued by a bank; surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security. Bids shall remain valid for the period specified in the bid data sheet, which shall not exceed 120 calendar days from the date of the opening of bids. Should it become necessary to extend the validity of the bids and the bid securities beyond 120 calendar days, the procuring entity concerned shall request in writing all those who submitted bids for such extension before the expiration date therefore. Any discrepancy in the amount, even a centavo, means non-compliant. Project requirements, which shall include the following: organizational chart of the personnel to be deployed for the procurement project to be bid. List of contractors' personnel, example, project manager, project engineers, who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded the contract under bidding. The said certification shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. As per Department Order Number 252, Series of 2025, issued by the Department of Labor and Employment, revised implementing rules and regulations of Republic Act Number 11058, entitled An Act Strengthening Compliance with Occupational Safety and Health Standards and Providing Penalties for Violations thereof, under Section 10, Safety in the Use of Equipment, to quote, operators shall undergo appropriate training and certification from the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority or TESDA, the Professional Regulation Commission, or other relevant government agencies before using the equipment. The DOLE may recognize training provided by equipment manufacturers, suppliers, or international organizations if it is not available locally. Accredited safety officer requirements for approval of construction safety and health program required upon issuance of notice of award in compliance with DOLE Department Order Number 252, Series of 2025, under Section 22, Occupational Safety and Health Standards for the Construction Industry. First aider with certificate of training issued by the Philippine Red Cross or an organization authorized by the Secretary of Labor and Employment, requirements for the approval of construction and safety health program in compliance with DOLE Department Order Number 252, Series of 2025, under Section 22, Occupational Safety and Health Standards for the Construction Industry. List of contractors' major equipment units which are owned leased, or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be, which must meet the minimum requirements for the contract set in the bid data sheet. As per Department Order 58, Series of 2012, all prospective bidders are mandated to state in their bid documents a complete technical description of their pledged equipment, whether owned or leased, such as but not limited to the engine number, year model, chassis number, plate number, production capacity, and load capacity. In addition, the prospective bidders should also be required to state in their bid documents the particular place or site where the equipment are located as provided for under Department Order Number 9, Series of 2012. If any piece of equipment is not in the location, then the bidder shall not be post disqualified. Failure of a prospective bidder to comply with the said requirements shall result in the bidder's automatic post disqualification for award of contract and forfeiture of its bid security. Certification of minimum laboratory equipment duly certified by any DPWH office as per Department Order 11, Series of 2017. Pursuant to Department Order Number 171, Series of 2025, Guidelines on the use of DPWH Performance Evaluation System for Constructors, Consultants, and Supplier. Department of Public Works and Highways recognizes the necessity of institutionalizing formal performance evaluation systems for all types of procurement to ensure that past and ongoing performance records are consistently considered in critical stages of procurement and contract management. At the eligibility stage, pursuant to Section 54.4.2.5 of the IRR for infrastructure projects, bidders shall submit proof of satisfactory past performance, such as a CPAS rating of at least satisfactory, or an owner certificate of final acceptance, or equivalent for private sector contracts. Bidders must ensure to the adherence to the Department Order 110, Series of 2024, for the implementation of ISO 9001:2015 certification requirement for large A, medium B, and medium A contractors in the procurement of infrastructure projects of the department. Hence, bidders must attach to the technical envelope their ISO 9001:2015 certification. Failure to attach will result to the disqualification of their bid. Omnibus sworn statement in accordance with Section 54.3 of the IRR. To ensure compliance with Section 82 of the Implementing Rules and Regulations of Republic Act Number 12009, otherwise known as the New Government Procurement Act, as based on the issued memorandum dated February 24, 2026, with the subject clarification on the implementation of beneficial ownership information disclosure requirements under the memorandum dated November 19, 2025. Considering that the current omnibus sworn statement already incorporates sworn declarations relating to beneficial ownership disclosure, the separate submission of the sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership shall no longer be required. In lieu thereof, disclosure of benefit shall be established through submission of the latest general information sheet reflecting the beneficial ownership information duly filed with and stamped received by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Please be reminded that the requirement shall apply only to the entities enumerated under Section 82 of the IRR, namely legal entities such as corporations, partnerships, private sector organizations, foundations, and associations.
For the financial proposal, financial bid form, bid prices, bill of quantities in accordance with ITB Clause 13.1. Failure to attach any requirement or any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient documents in the above-mentioned checklist is a ground for outright rejection of the bid and will fall as a non-compliant. All documents to be submitted must be current and updated. Otherwise, it will be rated as failed. Bidders shall enclose their technical documents in one sealed envelope marked technical component, and the financial component in another sealed envelope marked financial component, sealing them all in an outer envelope marked bid, and bid's proposal must be in A4 size. Further, the authorized liaison officer will be the one to drop the bids. Bids submitted through courier will not be accepted. Bidders shall submit 2 original copies and 1 copy of certified true copies of the technical and financial components of the bid. The original copy of the bid shall be typed or written in ink and limited to 2 decimal places in amount and shall be signed by the bidder or its duly authorized representative. All envelopes shall contain the name of the contract to be bid in capital letters, bear the name and address of the bidder in capital letters, be addressed to the procuring entities back in accordance with ITB Clause 18.1, bear the specific identification of this bidding process indicated in the ITB Clause 1.1, and bear a warning do not open before the name and date of the opening of bids in accordance with ITB Clause 19. The bidders were also advised to pursue on their bids submitted in accordance with the checklist, and their technical and financial proposals should have proper tabbing in words based on the order in the checklist, including proper sequencing of documents in chronological order. Further, bidders were advised not to recycle legal documents or documents attached in the previous submissions of bids which have the signatures and countersigns of the back members. All forms as mentioned in ITB Clause 17.1 must be completed without any alterations to their format. No substitute form shall be accepted. Each and every page the bill of quantities under Section 9 hereof shall be signed by the duly authorized representatives of the bidder. Failure to do so shall be ground for the rejection of the bid. Any insertions, erasures, or overwriting shall be valid only if they are signed or initiated by the duly authorized representatives of the bidder. Bidders with the lowest bid during the opening of bids is not a guarantee to be awarded for the contract. All bid documents are still subject to detailed bid evaluation and post-qualification prior to be declared as the lowest calculated responsive bid and subsequently to be awarded for the contract. The bidders are given 3 days after the bidding to file for a motion of reconsideration.
Criteria and procedure for eligibility check, preliminary examination of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification, deliberation recommending award, and award. After determining the names of the bidders that submitted bids for the contract at hand, the BAC, assisted by its BAC Secretariat, shall check if each bidder that submitted bids is eligible to bid for the contract being procured. This shall be done electronically using the DPWH CWA. The BAC Secretariat shall enter into the CWA the pickup license number and or name of the bidder. The CWA program will then electronically process and match the bidder's capability or eligibility data in the CWA. The computer program will automatically determine if the bidder meets the following eligibility requirements. The cost of the bidder's SLCC is at least 50% of the ABC of the project to be procured. The bidder's NFCC is at least equal to the ABC of the project to be procured. The program will also automatically generate the results of the eligibility check. The reasons for ineligibility will also be automatically shown in the notices of ineligibility. Bidding will be conducted through competitive bidding procedures using a non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as specified in the IRR, otherwise known as the new Government Procurement Act, NGPA. This office reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Section 70 of RA number 12009 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. The procuring entity will undertake the detailed evaluation and comparison of the bids which have passed the opening and preliminary examination of bids pursuant to ITB Clause 22 to determine the lowest calculated bid. Lowest calculated responsive bidder is the award criterion. The same will be applied to detailed checking evaluation of the technical proposal. Then, the bidder rated as the lowest calculated bid will undergo post-qualification. Once post-qualified, the bidder will be determined as lowest calculated responsive bid and subsequently to be awarded for the contract. All bidders found to have conflicting interest shall be disqualified to participate in the procurement at hand, without prejudice to the imposition of appropriate administrative, civil, and criminal sanctions. All prospective bidders shall be required to submit a sworn disclosure of relations and beneficial ownerships clearly identifying the natural persons who ultimately own, control, or benefit from the bidding entity, whether directly or indirectly through shareholding, voting rights, contractual agreements, or other means of control. Failure to comply shall be a ground for the automatic disqualification of the bid in consonance with Section 59 of the IRR. For the post-qualification, the bidder were advised to read Department Order Number 127 Series of 2018 and other issuances relative to this matter, since the BAC will be very keen and strict on the conduct of post-qualification process. As per the said DO, the contractor will not be awarded with a certain project if it has a negative slippage of at least 15% in a single contract or at least 10% in two or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on ongoing contracts within 7 days and to complete them with 30 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and deficiencies, or failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificate of acceptance within 30 days and to complete the works within 90 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and failures or substandard quality of works as per contract plans and specifications, or unsatisfactory performance of the contractor's obligations as per contract terms and conditions at that time of inspection, or liquidated damages currently imposed on the contractor. During post-qualification, even though the contractor is the lowest bidder, still it is subject for further verification to ensure the compliance of the requirement of the contract. With that, we will be sending you a letter being the lowest calculated responsive bid. Moreover, the qualification experience of the key technical personnel is subject for verification as part of the post-qualification process as per DO number 127 series of 2018. The BAC, with the assistance of the equipment verification team, will be strict on the compliance of the equipment as part of post-qualification as per DO number 127 series of 2018. The equipment verification team will conduct an inspection on the verification of the equipment pledged by the contractor. Common reasons for bidders' failure. Failure to follow the posted supplemental bulletin on PhilJEP's and DPWH website. A contractor may fail in the bidding process if he or she does not strictly comply with the requirements, revisions, or clarifications stated in the supplemental bulletin posted on the PhilJEP's and DPWH website. Incorrect pay item, description unit, or quantity in the bill of quantities. Errors in the bill of quantities, such as incorrect pay items, descriptions, units of measurement, or quantities, may result in disqualification during the evaluation of bids. Inconsistency in the equipment pledge and supporting documents. The contractor may be disqualified if the equipment listed in the equipment pledge does not match the attached supporting documents such as official receipt, certificate of registration, proof of ownership, or lease agreement. All details, example, equipment type, plate number, capacity, and ownership information must be consistent and properly documented. Non-compliance with SLCC supporting document requirements under Section 52.4.2.5 as required under Section 52.4.2.5, the single largest completed contract must be supported by any of the following: an owner's certificate of final acceptance issued by the project owner other than the contractor, a final rating of at least satisfactory under the constructor's performance evaluation system or CPES, or a similar performance evaluation or monitoring document. For contracts with the private sector, an equivalent supporting document must be submitted. Failure to provide the required documentation may result in disqualification. Alteration or substitution of prescribed bidding forms under Section 9 Philippine Bidding Documents Related Forms, ITB Clause 17.1. Pursuant to Section 9 of the Philippine Bidding Documents Related Forms, the forms required under ITB Clause 17.1 must be completed strictly in accordance with their prescribed format. No alterations, modifications, or substitutions of the official forms shall be accepted. Any deviation from the required format may lead to the rejection of the bid.
Good morning, everyone. There are 48 views, 5 concurrent viewers, and there is no comment. Thank you.
For other matters, Mr. Chair, for information and guidance of the prospective bidders, Mr. Chair, that our department had issued a memorandum and department orders. These are: number 1, interim guidelines upon lifting of suspension on procurement activities for locally funded civil works projects as referred into DPWH memorandum dated September 16, 2025. Under this memorandum, the live streaming of bidding activities, Section 38.2 of the IRR of RA 12009, to enhance the transparency of the procurement process, it is hereby reiterated for strict compliance that the procuring entity shall live stream the preliminary examination and the opening of bids to the public on each website, social media account, or any other form of live streaming activities. Geotagging of project sites, DO 85 series of 2020, all projects regardless of cost, infrastructure type, or funding source shall undergo geotagging at the following stages: planning, prior to implementation, mobilization, monthly progress, and completion. The accountable offices concerned are further directed to strictly review and verify the integrity of geotag photographs and to monitor compliance by all personnel involved in the geotagging of civil works projects. This ensures location accuracy, validates project existence, and maintains consistency with approved planning documents. And preparation of a straight line diagram as per DO 246 series of 2024, and net financial contracting capacity, Section 52.4.1.4 of the IRR of RA 12009. And bidders' responsibilities, Philippine bidding documents, procurement of infrastructure projects, and Department Order Number 28 Series of 2024, dated February 26, 2024, subject 3-strike policy of infrastructure goods, consulting services, contracts. Occupational safety and health program in the instruction to bidders, Department Order Number 241 Series of 2024, subject guidelines on the processing, approval, and reporting system of construction safety and health program for DPWH infrastructure projects. and Department Order Number 171, Series of 2024, dated August 30, 2025, subject guidelines on the use of DPWH performance evaluation systems for contractors and consultants and suppliers. Directive to require submission of general information sheet or the GIS reflecting beneficial information, memorandum dated February 24, 2026, clarification on the implementation of BOI disclosure requirements under the memo dated November 19, 2025. That's all, Mr. Chair.
In summary, a supplemental bulletin will be issued for contract ID number 26LC0033. This is to address the change in the quantity in the bill of quantities for pay item number 9032, formworks and false works, from 248.88 to 239.12. And as for the other contract IDs not mentioned, no changes were noted and details will remain unchanged in the as reflected in the posted documents.
Also, a reminder for the prospective bidders that their bid documents must follow the completeness and sufficiency of the bid. The discounts offered should be clearly and legibly written with signatures so that the back will be able to read it during the opening of bids. Also reminded that they are not allowed to follow up their bids during evaluation period until the issuance of notice of award, unless the back in writing requests for a clarification of its bid. The no contact rule policy will be strictly observed. Whatever submitted during the dropping of bids will be evaluated. Submission of lacking or another document is not allowed. If there are any changes in the basic contract data of these projects, kindly closely check and monitor the DPWH and MPhilJobs websites for information and guidance regarding bid bulletin, and also if there are amendments to the bidding documents of these projects and all other notices, example, postponement or re-advertisement. And the opening of bids will be on March 19, 2026 at 10 a.m. And also, for information and guidance, the opening of bids scheduled on March 10 for re-invitation to bid 2025-03 and invitation to bid 2025-020 and invitation to bid 2025-019 on March 12 will be postponed, reminding the prospective bidders to check, monitor the DPWH website and MPhilJobs or modernized PhilJobs for the posted amendments for these projects. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Are there any other matters for discussion? Okay, hearing none. Any move for adjournment?
I move for the adjournment of this proceeding.
The adjournment